Today on Twisted Metal Customs, we're dropping off the Nugget to get some wiring issues fixed on the Speedo and pick up a bargain CM Valiant Chrysler. So check it out, and this is just a quick interim video while I'm away for a couple of weeks working, and then we'll get right back into part 2 on the XP Falcon restoration, Rust to Resto, in 4 episodes. Halfway home, just got on the dirt road, another 20 k's to go on the dirt, but here she is, just checking the ropes and the straps. CM Valiant, I forgot the year model, but yeah, so Valiant 4-litre electronic lean burn model, so it's a 245, so that's pretty cool. And probably one of the straightest cars I've bought. And I got it bloody cheap too, good bargain for me. Yeah, showed him a carton of beer. But yeah, you can see, bloody straight, faded paint, chips, whatnot, as you get. But look, it's pretty good. Unreal actually. It's mostly complete. You see, the actual body is very straight. I don't know what to do with this one yet, whether it's just going to be cut and polish so you can get this paint to shine up a little bit, maybe repaint the white top part, get rid of that black body line and cut and polish all that out for a daily, the scrubber, get it running and see if get it home and see if we can get it started, see if we can get some life into the old girl. I think it's been sitting for he's had it for 15 years, and then before that, so probably 20 years since it's been on the road. Hang on, it's just up here. 2004, 1980 CM Chrysler sedan. 19 years since it's been on the road. See if we can go and get it started. Just want to give a quick shout out to someone who shouted me $5 to my PayPal account for my coffee. You bought me this, appreciate that, you know who you are, and yeah, I really appreciate that. It yeah, it just makes me feel warm and fuzzy. Thank you. We are home. Just look at this beauty. Seats, not so good, but a non-cracked dash on a Valiant Chrysler. Beautiful. Roof is pretty good. It's all sunburnt paint, see? I think I'll just repaint that white. I'm pretty sure I can cut and polish this paint up pretty nicely. Not worried about little nicks and stuff. I reckon just cut and polish it, some rims on it, get the engine running, get it on the road, drive it. The grill's a bit damaged. I'll be able to plastic weld up some new pieces if I can get some pieces, or a replacement piece. Beautiful. They're still out there. Alrighty. Bonnet's up. I've had a quick check over, but I thought I'd just give you guys a short list of what I do when I try to start a vehicle for the first time, and to see if it will start, all that sort of stuff, what to check. So initially I check the water, make sure it's not milky coloured. If it's milky, it means you have possibility of a cracked head or a head gasket leak. Milky is when the oil from the engine is pushed into the cooling circuit, the radiator circuit, and it turns to like a milky milkshake looking color. So the water's clean. It might not show up if it hasn't ran for a while, so that's what to check. If you do get it running, just keep an eye on that after a few starts. If it gets milky, you know you've got an oil leak. So radiator, it's got fluids. The dipstick, so your oil dipstick, pull it out and have a look at the color of the oil. Again, if it's milky, it has water in there, but this one here is black. Black's fine. You can put it between your fingers and feel it, I guess, for its lubrication quality. You can feel between your fingers, it's got like a film of oil, and you know, like it's actually not gritty or anything, it's not too bad. Also smell it. If it smells like a lot of petrol, then it's either, you know, bad rings or the compression's bad, so it's had a lot of petrol go through. Even when it sits, it could leak past. It could just be because it's very old oil, so those things to check. So it's got oil, it's got water. I see that I've cut the hose here, and we're going to just not run it through the tank because I don't know what the tank's like. It could be full of rust or contamination. I'm going to just run the hose from here into a bottle of fuel, and then to the fuel pump, then through the filter, just to put a new filter on here, to the carby. So, and also there's a wire I see here going straight to the coil, so that's positive power, so it bypasses all your ignition and everything. So just, it's got a ballast resistor here because the ignition circuit's normally a lot lower than 12 volts, but you can run it, but it'll just burn out all the ignition circuit if you run it for a long period of time. To test it, it's fine, but I wouldn't run it because that dizzy and everything would be running on the lower volts, like 7 volts or whatever that ballast resistor there drops it down to. So be mindful of that. You can bypass that and run a 12 volt circuit, but you need to upgrade the dizzy, and I think that's it. Possibly a few other things, but just look into that. But for testing purposes, if it doesn't work, that's already there, so I'm assuming that it needs to be on to run for ignition. I've got a battery, I'll hook that up, I'll hook this up, and I'll put some fuel in the carby, and we'll see if we can get this old girl to fire up. I'm just going to adjust this fan belt. You can see that it's bloody loose. And I don't know if you can see, but how tiny is this thing? Look at that. It's like a pen size. It's freaking so small. And it's upside down, like it's the wrong way around the V-belt. So I'm going to undo this alternator and loosen it off, straighten with the correct tools, you see, and straighten up the belt and tighten it back up so we get the water pump to work. Also, when I have it running, or if I get it running, or any car, I normally have the radiator cap off because it takes a while for the thermostat to open with the heat, and just so I can see that the water pump's working, and if it's circulating around you can see it in the top. Once I know it's circulating, then I put the cap back on. And if you are doing stuff, as you know, don't open the radiator cap once it's hot. You'll get 30-degree burns. Not pretty. Just going to roll this belt over. Oh, she's pretty. Oh, big crack there. I wouldn't drive with this belt. Come on, get on there. All right. And I dare say it's going to roll over straight away. It already has. Anyway, that's not going to really work too long, but as long as we can get the fan to turn so it doesn't overheat, put some tension on that. Put this back up. I'm not sure if it's matching numbers yet. I haven't checked. I can see the numbers down there actually, and I'm pretty sure that's part of the VIN number, so I'll have a look and see if it's matching numbers. If it's matching numbers, then cool. Probably if it's a working engine, I might restore it, do it up as an original, but if it's not matching numbers, probably peel it out and put a V8 in, like every red-blooded male would. Alright, so that belt's on. Should turn the water pump. Yep. Got compression, which is good. Alright, this camera's right where the fuel drum needs to go. Alright. Let's put some fuel in here. Big old drink. I might give it enough prime to suck up some. Oops. Put a bit more in here. So I'm not going to spill everywhere. Hopefully that bottle doesn't catch on fire or spill out somewhere. Oh, there's petrol everywhere. Just the way I like it. Alright. Ow! I'll try without this cord first. I don't know why it's here. Maybe they have issues with ignition, but I'll leave it off for now. But if it doesn't work, I'll have to hook it up. I'll grab a battery. Okay, battery's in. Should be good, I guess. I'll give it a crank and see if any weird noises happen. My tripod's really close to the fan, so if you start getting thrown around the engine bay, let me know. Let's see if it cranks. Click noise, but nothing else. Beautiful! That's pretty cool. Go again, eh? That's what they're opening the door for, this one. Let me get some fuel in there. Starter motor doesn't sound too good. It was sucking out of the drum. I'll take this out, it's going to hit the fan. Easy. Yep, I'm going to flow of water here. See? See that? Sounds like a bit of an old tractor at the moment. Oh yeah! Look at that! That's awesome. That's awesome. Winning. So you can hear, well I can hear, I don't know if you can, it might be just all noise to you, but I can hear the, like a whirring noise or something. I think it's the water pump. Just sounds like bearings going in it or something. And I can smell rubber, which is this belt slipping. It's red hot, so need a new belt and a water pump. But considering 15 years that I know of that it's been sitting, and then since 2004 was the last time I was on the road, which is not too long ago for these old cars. Pretty happy, really happy. That runs. I don't know whether it drives yet. The clutch makes some weird noises when I push it in and out. But it sounds like it needs a good tune and clean up, because they're a rusty old tractor exhaust. And there's a join halfway down I've seen. So new exhaust system, I would say throw a couple of parts at it, water pump, give it a birthday service, and redo the ignition, because there's no ignition barrel, it's just got a switch, and then it's got like a window wiper button for a start button, so got to fix all that up. And yeah, rust wise it's pretty good. It's got a few little bits and pieces coming through here just along that trim, but a couple of door opening issues. But from what I've seen, all the doors opening issues. From what I've seen, rust wise, normally these are all filthy with rust, just all inside the door. It's actually very, very clean. I know I say that about all my cars, but this one is exceptionally clean for a Valiant. Normally they're all rusted through. You can see not a speck of rust on the inside of here, so very clean car. I don't know about the boot yet, or again, oh yeah, there's one little bit here, a little bit of rust, just welded a patch in. But otherwise, freaking outstanding. Nothing stopping this one being on the road, I reckon. And I think that paint, within reason, will clean up okay, just for a beater, or we do a full strip down and long journey of restoration, but I'd rather just get it on the road and flog around in it. We'll see. Anyway, really happy with that. You can see a few things to check when you start a car, like water, oil and whatnot. You check for blow-by. Modern cars, you can take the oil cap off and then unscrew it and then let it sit there when it's running or idling, and if it's bobbling around on the thread, you know it's got a lot of blow-by. But yeah, generally you can even put your hand on it, you can see how much is coming out. I didn't actually look at this one yet, but for an old ass engine, an old ass car, fucking happy that, I mean, bloody happy that it runs. CM Valiant 1980, bloody good purchase. So thought I'd just give you a little interlude video of what we're doing here. Get back stuck into that XP for the part 2 of Rust Resto, so you can keep an eye out for that one. Start to get into the nitty gritty parts of that. We're doing the rust repair, and might do a little I guess how to or whatever with generalized rust, so different stages of rust and what I do to fix it. But yeah, got to keep sanding that body down, done half of it, and then yeah, get ready for epoxy primer. I've got to order a water pump for that too. Alright guys and girls, thanks for watching again. If you enjoyed today's episode, smash that like button. Likes are free, helps me out. And yeah, if no one's found that I Spy game yet, no one's won the shirt, so if you want to get a free shirt, jump onto that video, which is episode 15, and see if you can find that little toy at the start. You'll see it somewhere in the video, and if you find that toy, then you've won the shirt, and there's one shirt for that video, so no one's found it yet. Thanks for stopping by.